Do you have relationship deal breakers? A deal breaker is a factor to consider when deciding whether to follow through with something or not. It's that little something that makes you say, "I'm done," even when you really love someone or you've been together forever. It may sound harsh after all. No relationship is perfect, right? But having a list of relationship deal breakers is a healthy way to protect yourself from toxic situations. Don't get caught up in controlling, hurtful, and potentially dangerous relationships. Here are 12 relationship deal breakers that you should seriously consider when deciding whether your sweetheart is worth your time. Number 1, there is abuse in the relationship. A healthy relationship is about respect, putting your spouse first, and treating them how you want to be treated. On the other hand, a partner who lays a hand on you or emotionally abuses you is a major relationship deal breaker. Many people convince themselves that just because it happens once doesn't mean it will happen again. Remember, you deserve a healthy relationship, and someone who abuses you physically or emotionally, even once, isn't worth your time. Number 2, you're a secret. If you find out that your spouse hasn't told their friends or family about you, run for your life. Because being a secret means one of 3 things. They are already in a relationship and you are the side piece. They can't commit. They are embarrassed by you. Your time is valuable and shouldn't be wasted being with someone who would rather keep you as their dirty little secret. Number 3, plans are constantly canceled. Does your partner always seem to be ditching out on plans with you last minute? Sure, there are legitimate reasons that your partner may be doing this, such as being called into work unexpectedly, but feeling like the person you're crazy out is bailing on your company in favor of partying with their friends is shady. If you find that your long-term partner starts doing this, it may be signs of a deeper problem in the relationship that needs to be discussed. Number 4, substance abuse problems. Sitting down with a drink is a great way to relax, and let's be honest, having a buzz on is fun. But if your spouse needs some sort of substance to have a good time, or if their personality drastically changes when they are under the influence, it can throw you for a loop. Substance abuse is one of the biggest relationship deal breakers on this list. It can cause your partner to mistreat you, be untrustworthy, waste money, and make poor decisions that will hurt you. Why would you want to be around someone high or drunk 24/7 anyway? Number 5, your partner isn't faithful. When it comes to cheating, put your foot down immediately. Don't forgive and wait for the next round of heartbreak. If you have both agreed to a monogamous relationship, both parties should be respecting that decision. Even if you put breaking your trust and your heart aside, your partner's cheating on you puts you at risk for depression, sexually transmitted infections, and major embarrassment. If your partner doesn't love and respect you enough to stay faithful, dump them. They aren't worth your time. Number 6, they fight dirty. There are times when we've all said stupid things in the heat of an argument, but there's a difference between getting caught up and using a disagreement as an excuse to be a complete jerk. If, during an argument, your partner or spouse brings up past experiences with the intention of hurting your feelings, calls you rude or degrading names, gaslights you, make you feel crazy, attacks you instead of the issue, uses the silent treatment, then you should consider walking away. Healthy relationships are about open communication and fair conflict resolutions, not about seeing who can hurt the other more. Number 7, you don't feel good about the relationship. Do you feel good about being around your partner, or do you get nuts when you think about hanging out together? Do you get anxious when you think about your relationship? Does your partner make you question your self-worth? If so, something inside you is probably screaming, "This relationship isn't right." There is something to be said for gut instinct when it comes to deciding whether or not to stay with someone. If your gut is telling you something is off in your relationship, there probably is. Number 8, you want different things. Sometimes, even if you love each other, your relationship game just isn't meant to work out. He wants East Coast, you want West. She wants to save money, you want to spend. He wants kids, you're fine writing as a duo. Even if you get along well, these fundamental differences in your goals and where you see your lives going are going to cause serious resentment problems if you don't address them soon. Number 9, they're unbelievably selfish. We're all selfish from time to time, but some people take it too far. If you feel like you're giving your all to your spouse and all they're doing is taking, focusing on themselves, and taking advantage of your kindness, it may be time to reevaluate your relationship. Don't spend a second longer with a selfish narcissist. Trust me, it isn't worth the headache. Number 10, they're always jealous. Healthy jealousy is cool when it inspires couples to treat each other better and not take one another for granted. However, controlling, hack your Facebook, and demand your phone password jealousy should never be tolerated. This is a sign of insecurity and can quickly develop into dangerous or abusive behavior. It's better to get out before it reaches that point. Number 11, you don't share values. You may think that opposites attract, and that's true, but that doesn't always mean they make the best partners. If you're passionate about your politics or your faith and your spouse has opposing beliefs that upset or anger you, it could mean that your relationship wasn't meant to be. If you're going to be in a relationship with someone with opposing values, be aware that it will take a great deal of time to work through how you talk about and handle those things. If you simply don't have the patience or desire to do so, it's time to walk away. Number 12, you're always fighting. Do you feel like you and your spouse are always arguing? Sure, even happy couples argue, but constantly arguing with a partner is one of our relationship deal breakers because it shows that you have poor communication skills. Communication is everything when it comes to a healthy, happy relationship. Couples need to be able to talk to each other to build empathy, resolve problems, and get closer. This means addressing problems as they arise, not letting them sit and turn into huge fights down the line. Conclusion: life is far too short to spend with someone who isn't worth your time. If your spouse is controlling, annoying, or won't seem to give you the time of day, it's time to call it quits. This is a difficult decision to make, but your future self will thank you when they've found someone better for them.